Hello, how you doing? Okay, I was going to make another video and upload one, like I said I would. I'm going to try to do it at least 4 nights a week, about 10 o'clock, which it uploads at 10. Once I get this figured out, uploads at midnight. Sorry about that. Once I get this figured out, to exactly how to use YouTube and go live. Um, then I'm hoping to do more live stream. But this time I downloaded what I had. So I'm going to share just a brief of a group I had on Facebook and a brief beginning. And I'm going to kind of read off my cheat sheet paper because I don't remember word to word in my mind no more. So many times we think and feel that we are alone in our life, like we have nowhere to go or anyone who cares. We say, "You don't understand," or hear the words, "I don't care." We fall into depression and not wanting to go on. Some of us turn to drinking or drugs or to food, some to a lack of food, some to codependence, some to being an early parent. We turn to even people, places, things. Some ends up being in abusive relationships over and over for many reasons, and they feel trapped into it. Some are parents without our children or grandchildren. Many dealing with death, even divorces. No matter what walk of life we are in, always remember, we are not alone. Please enjoy this channel. And do not judge. For a long time, I wanted to be a writer. And I had wanted to always write a book called The Silent Cry Within That No Man Can Hear. That had been my dream. And that was the title. And I've never heard a book by that name. So if there is one out there, I have not searched for it. And, I'm not trying to steal a title somewhere. But in my heart, that was the title I've always wanted. And it had to do with my life story. It had to do with the crisis, the depression, the alcohols, drugs. It had to do with me being codependent. It had to do with even sexual abuse, physical abuse. It had to do with all that. But today I'm 67. I just got out of a very bad abuse relationship. It's on one of my other tapes. And my last one. I don't ever intend to go back. I've gone too far in my healing and in my journey in life. I can't turn that door back now. January 14th, 2019 was my first day of freedom. Was it like, hallelujah, I'm free? No. There was a lot of emotions. But today I'm in healing. I'm in recovery. I have been labeled so many things, bipolar, manic depressive, social distance, personality, dissociate disorder, even remarkable, to try and find answers to why certain things I behaved or act or felt on, or why I did. Finally, maybe it's time for me here, maybe because I was seeking, actually seeking. Finally, I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. And they got me on some good medication. And I'm going classes. I'm going in behavioral therapy too. I started my life in a church. Instead of living on streets, I got an apartment now. I still face crisis. Don't think I don't. I still fall into depression. But I've got support. Now, what keeps me from writing my book, because I was going to pick it back up, it's in my head, everything I'm going to put in that book. I mean, it's like a repeated computer. And it never rewinds. It keeps going. It's like, I'm 67 years old. It's a 67-year-old long book. It would take you 67 years to read it. Today, I tremble because I got the anxiety, the abuse, from being hurt. My hands so shake so bad. Sometimes it takes both hands to clip them together to even type on my keyboard. Or to hold a mouse. Or even hold a cup of coffee. Other days it's beautiful. We don't know if it's Parkinson or if it's MS. We don't know. I do know my mother did that. She got in her late 60s. She started having seizures. So I do know too, I am now got macular deterioration. I've had it for a long time. I got it young. And eyesight is hard for me. So me looking at keyboard, it's hard to type at the keyboard, normal keyboard, because I need even my computer zoomed up. And go over and over. And the price of ink for printing paper. It's not stop to think about that. I had often wondered, how am I going to get my story out? I know I got a story to tell. And even with all the negative, the thing is, the storm does pass. And I am a survivor. Now, up until a year ago, even up to 6 months ago, I would have wrote that book as me being the victim. And me being no good, useless, depressed, unable, incapable. A counselor sat there with me, and I love her, I thank her. I think, like I said, it might have been my time to seek the truth. But so I want you to name 5 good things about yourself every day for a month. You know how hard that was? Really? I mean, you know how hard that was to think and write down 5 good things about me every day. When I went back for this appointment, she wanted that list. I had one for the whole month. It didn't surprise her. I guess she expected that would happen because I beat myself up so bad. Yeah, I focused on, I'm a nobody. I'm a nothing. Whatever. But, and all them nice words, ugly, fat, wrinkled, old, no teeth, because I didn't have a title. I was thinking about this, the president of the United States or some famous lawyer or nurse. I just a little, and I was looking at, I gotta say, somebody. The one good thing I did right that I could always say about myself was I was always determined. Determination. Because I wouldn't give up, and I really think that's what kept me in life. Because I would not give up. I kept riding that storm. I kept moving. Today, I'm beginning to see the other side. And instead of crying, how am I going to write my story? Oh, poor me now. Decided I'm going to try this YouTube. So, I'm determined to figure it out. I just need some people willing to be patient. Yes, I believe in God. I believe in the Bible. I believe in my Lord Jesus Christ as my Savior. I do believe in hope is for things in faith is not yet seen. Because as I get done here, you're going to see where I had no hope and no life. I wouldn't dream of being where I am today. And even through all of my roads and everywhere I've been, He was always there for me. I'm the one that was there for Him. It does say seek ye first. Instead, you run around in the world and you're seeking everything. Food, man, drugs, alcohol, even the right, Bob. You're trying to find it to fill that void in your heart. There's an empty hole. You're trying to fill that void in all the wrong things. Say, I go ahead. So I believe in the 12-step program too. They go. Even the light bulb can be your God. Just have a power greater than yourself. Well, as a Christian, even before I got drunk, so I knew that God could not be a light bulb. And I look and I go, if that light bulb goes out, what happens to me? Because my God just went black. There's no light for me. Go on. I added to that, if you let your mate be your God, what happens when that mate cheats on you, or hits you, or abuses you, or leaves you? What happens when you get angry and mad at him for doing that, or in today's world, her? I know for me, I went back out drinking to try. One, I'll mad us. Two, I'll anger. Three, like your good girl's gonna go bad. You know, that country western song. Don't think country western because I am country. Don't play a rule on your mind too, because it does. Or the divorce court. You know, I'm gonna learn like the taste of whiskey. Or how about the one today? It's been out for a long time. Take this job and shove it. Yeah, that's a good one. But for me, being alcoholic, your God just let you down. It couldn't be my children because, and I had my first child because I thought that's what I needed in order to be loved. It goes the other way, people. You have to have that child when you have that child in order for you to love it. Instead, I go, oh, well, I'm 15 when I got pregnant. I'll come back to that story. But however, my desire for a child, I thought that'd be the answer for me to keep living. I really felt that way I'll be loved because I couldn't feel loved on my grown-up years or accepted. I'm not saying I wasn't. I'm saying I could not feel it. But I had to rule backward because when you have that child is the one that needs your love. And we don't hear that talked about. We don't hear that talked in our sex education or in our schools or anything, you know. They just tell you how a baby is born. Well, okay. To use a column. Okay. That you can get abortions. Okay. But they don't tell you the facts. Because today, and I'm going to say everything I learned in school is gone. Because I really think they need to hear the responsibility of what it'll be to take care of that child. That's my opinion. We go to school and we're not learn how to deal with life. We're not taught how do you deal with depression? How do you deal with grief? How do you deal with putting in job applications? How do you deal with get married? Stressors out there. There's a lot out there. And I think schools needs to end up going back teaching, getting you ready for adulthood. Because when you get out there in the world, you're in a pack of wolves. And you're going, oh, what am I going to do? And then you're born again because it's a new world. After all, in school, I mean, just like this, I can put away my book. I can put away, you don't have to worry about the commas, periods, cursive writing. Oh, how many even knows how to sign their name in cursive today? Or can't even read it? And after all, with electronics around like it is, you don't even need to know math. Pick up Google Assistants. You'll ask them. It'll give you even algebra. Google became our dictionary, our phone book, our life, our YouTube. So, but that's my opinion in school. The hardest lesson, I think, is once you walk out that door and you're in that world. And the sad thing is, if you don't go away, go to college or go to a service, there are two things to get out that door. You get married, you move in with somebody, or you stay home with your parents, stay home. And that happens today. I see 40, 50-year-old people still living at home. And then you're in another whole situation. Because now there isn't just your parents, your siblings, there's you and whoever this person is. And maybe a baby before you get out, before you're 18. Then you're going to find you don't even know how to cook. Oh, well, we got McDonald's. I forgot about that. Yeah, we can go in a pizza. I can ask my granddaughter one day, can you go in there and cook Grandma a hamburger? She just looked at me. She didn't know how to cook a hamburger. And it dawned on me, I'm a country girl. I got home caregivers today. And most of them always tries to get a microwave. Because with my shaking, I have a hard time being able to hold on to pot and pans. I don't do microwave food. I don't want that radiation on me. I don't want that, I want to smell the aroma. I want to smell the cook. I want to take time, take pride in what I got. One time, my daughter-in-law said, "Mama, I learned how to make cream gravy." I go, "Oh, yeah? Okay, make some cream gravy." I didn't watch her. And I bet a lot of you out here aren't even going to know how to make cream gravy. But when she caught us in to eat, and it was quick, it was fast, I tasted it. And, I did not like it. No aroma, no smell, no, anything. You could see the pepper in it. I'm going to end this short because I can talk day and night, and I promised myself I am not going to do this on these. And I said, "How did you make that gravy?" Because I looked around the kitchen, there was the dirty pans, or the flour and the lard, and all that, or the skillet. She said, "Oh, you add water to it." What? It freaked me out. It really, like, wow. I'm in my late 50s, and you're telling me all you got to do is add water to it. My son looked at me and said, "Yes, Mom." But that was a new experience for me. It was like, again, I woke up to a new world. Sometimes I think this world's moving too fast. I can't keep up with it. I keep wanting to go back to that farm. But to this day, I still make my own homemade egg noodles. I still make pies, Dutch apple pies. I make the crust. I use a roller. I use my table. I use my flour. I even use real apples. I don't get canned apples. I know we live in a fast, quick world, but I don't know. I just thank God I was a country girl on a farm, because we learned how to survive. We learned how to drink whole cow milk without all this preserves and watered down and all that. And we learned that that cream was rich. It was good on homemade ice cream. Boy, the tasted the better. And taking that cream on top of that milk and shaking that butter charm. There was 9 of us. Boom, 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 boom. Make it taffy. Pour and ink and twist. I don't even think anybody makes homemade taffy anymore. It was family time. It was a time that we got to help Mom, and a family time. We canned our vegetables. We did our own garden. We got every tree in the world. I still want to live there. I still want to live back there. It's like, I don't do this. Even a phone, a smartphone, right? Or Androids. Now, what is it? Tablets, iPads, Apple, going down the list. I didn't even know how to work one of these until 3 years ago. Literally, I did not know how to work them. And I have a joke on that. Your daughter breaks down side of the road. She left her phone at home because she left in a hurry. She breaks down. Somebody stopped, offered to help her. She asked if she could use the phone, right? Because phones everywhere today. Not even no payphones nowhere today. Unless you're in state Tennessee, then you got payphones. The person gives her his phone. She picks it up and she says, "Thank you," and starts figuring out. And then she goes, wait. And she said, "Lots." Why? She don't know the phone number. The phone number is in her phone. It's only one phone number that I think everyone remembers and knows. That's 911. What do you do? Call 911? Okay. I know on the dial-up rotary phones, they could say, "Call your mother." You knew what the number was. Call your boss. It was in your brain, just like your math. You knew your multiplication, your division, you knew all that. You could just say it off your brain. Or you knew how to take a piece of paper and you knew how to add, and you knew how to even add the dots on it. Yeah, you had a dot sheet. I used to be cashiers, and you would sit there and add the dots on there. You knew where to put the zero. How many people even does that today? Again, you got Google. You go and check out a store. We were always taught you count the money back to them. That way you're double checking yourself and they know you gave them the right amount of money. Okay. Today you go in, boom, there's the change. You're lucky if they even tell you what your change is. Then you're sitting there, oh, because my mind, it counted back. That way you know you're right. Because what? That customer goes around and goes, "Hey, you cheated me $10. Oh, well, we'll let the manager know. We'll do a shift report. We'll take your info. Every time I counted money back, it dawned on me right then and right there if I still owed them $10. I made sure my shift report was never a penny short or a penny long, because I would go looking for it. Because it was important to me on my job. So, again, like I said, I think everything I've learned in school is gone today. But I also think I'm 67 now. I'm looking around. Oh my God, I'm in the real world. I feel like I'm just now born. Whoa. So, with that said, I'm going to shut off tonight. I'm going to say be blessed, be safe, and you are amazing. You are a somebody. Thank you. Bye-bye.